I'm going to show you two methods of sending emails on Bubble. The first one is the default method that uses SendGrid as the email shooter system. But sometimes SendGrid doesn't behave as we expect. It doesn't always deliver the emails for Hotmail sometimes. Anyway, so this is the first method, and after I'm going to show you another third-party email sender that we can use on Bubble. So let's create a workflow. We click on the plus button, send email, and then you can type the email here on the field. You can put any sender name you want. And then just to remind you guys, all those fields, they can be dynamic data. Subject could be just test and body. And then after, I'm gonna just show a pop-up, a confirmation pop-up once the email is sent. I created this pop-up just to confirm that email has been sent. Right, so let's test it. Let's click on send email. So the pop-up showed up, the email has been sent. We click OK to close the pop-up. And then now let's check the email. So it just arrived as we expected. So this is a test, very simple email. It went straight away on the inbox folder on the Gmail email. But like I said, it doesn't always work. So that's why many people suggest you to use a different email system, which I'm going to show you right now how to set up. So we're going to go on Sendinblue, because now it's called Brevo. It used to be Sendinblue in the past. So we click on that one. I'm going to show you how to create an account. Sign up for free. Now we need to verify the email, confirm my email address. And then you need to pick the free plan, because if you use the free plan, you can send up to 300 emails per day, which is enough to test it or learn Bubble, whatever you're doing at this moment. And there's another thing that I forgot to mention. You need to make sure that you complete the registration on Brevo. Make sure you add your name, your company name, fill out all those fields, because otherwise you haven't completed the registration and then the emails won't be sent. So make sure you do that, guys, okay? Once you're logged in on Brevo, you need to go and grab your API key. So for that, you go to the top right corner of the main page of Brevo, go to SMTP and API. So then you go to API keys, and then you need to generate a new API key. You can give it any name you want, just to organize yourself with all the projects. And then you click on generate. I had already created another one, so I have copied it. And then we need to install the plugin. So you click on add plugin, and then you type Brevo. The one that you need to install is the very first one by zero code. It's Brevo, formerly Sendinblue. I had already installed before, so I don't need to do it, but it's just one click. Scroll down. You need to paste this key here on the API key shared headers. That's the only field there. You need to paste the key. Right, so let's do our workflow. So I have created another button. So this one is for the default email system from Bubble. This one is using Brevo. So click on that button, add workflow. So here's the same thing. Click on the plus button, plugins, and then there's a whole bunch of options from Brevo. Here it says Sendinblue, because it was the old name of Brevo, so now it's Brevo. So just for the sake of this video, just click on the first one, which is the one that you guys probably gonna use the most. And then you can change all the fields here. Remember that all fields are dynamic data. You can do whatever you want. You can pull any like username, user email. I'm just gonna do like any random stuff here. So there's one thing that I realized that I haven't tested again, but apparently the sender email, it needs to be the email you use for register on Brevo. Like if you have a custom domain, You can add this custom domain to Brevo and then everything will work out properly. But if you're just testing it, just learning, studying Bubble, just use the same email that you registered on Brevo, in my case, which was, so just for the sake of this video, I'm gonna use the two email, the same address, test, and then the body message needs to be HTML. So you can create whatever you want. You can use, you can insert dynamic data. There's one website that you can use for that, which is if you go on Google HTML editor online, you can go to this one, html-online.com. Then you can type anything you want here. Hello, you're welcome. And then here it translates to HTML. So you can copy that, go back to Bubble, paste this HTML. There's another thing that you need to remember. You can't use double quotes for anything within this field because there'll be issues with this double quotes. You need to use single quotes. So for whatever you're going to use, always single quotes here. Test. Right, it's done. And then I'm just going to do another confirmation just to make sure that we finish this workflow. I'm going to show the pop-up again. Right, so let's test it. So click send email. There's a confirmation. Let's open up the Gmail and we have just received it. In this case, it went straight away to the inbox. Sometimes it goes to the junk folder, but it's here. So that's the tutorial, guys. Like I said, Bubble, it doesn't always work with their own email system. You might have to find another alternatives. And Brevo is one of them. You know, if SendGrid, which is the default Bubble email system, is not working, I suggest you guys to go on Brevo, create an account. So I hope you liked this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the like button and see you next time.